Iran is no stranger to the United States' animosity, which has significantly increased under President Donald Trump. The Republican billionaire who took charge of the White House in January 2017 repeatedly accused Iran of destabilizing the Middle East. In a move that even shocked Washington's closest allies, except Israel, Trump pulled the U.S. out of the Iran nuclear deal. Amid Trump's stepped-up anti-Tehran rhetoric, Iran turned to diplomacy in a bid to salvage the multilateral nuclear accord. Afraid of U.S. punitive measures, many European businesses and banks are reluctant to do deals with Iran. Under the circumstances, Iran needed to rely on its oil revenues more than ever. Now, as part of Washington's so-called policy of maximum pressure on Tehran, U.S. President Donald Trump has targeted Iran's oil industry. His government has been pushing countries throughout the globe to cut off Iranian oil imports.
Our focus is on getting as many countries importing Iranian crude down to zero as soon as possible. We are also working with oil market participants, including producers and consumers, to ensure market stability.
Iran's oil and banking sectors will be slapped with U.S. sanctions on November the 6th. Iran has been exporting over 2 million barrels of crude oil a day. To compensate for any potential shortage of oil supplies, Trump asked the Saudi monarch to increase the kingdom's oil production. Saudi Arabia acknowledged the conversation took place but mentioned no production targets. Saudi Arabia currently produces about 10 million barrels of crude oil a day, while its all-time record high is 10.7 million barrels a day. The U.S.'s use of threatening language against Iran has prompted reaction from Tehran. On an official visit to Switzerland, Iran's president stressed that the Iranian nation will never buckle under the pressure. Hassan Rouhani also rejected U.S. threats that it will completely stop Iranian oil exports.
In my opinion, remarks by some U.S. government officials regarding stopping Iranian oil exports is just an exaggeration which will never be materialized. The U.S. actions are unilateral. Washington is trying to impose its will on other countries, which is a violation of international laws.
A senior commander of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps welcomed Rouhani's remarks. In a letter, commander of the IRGC's Quds Force, Major General Qasem Soleimani, said he was ready to implement any policy adopted by the government to counter U.S. threats.
I think the U.S. is underestimating Iran's sole capabilities for responding, as well as Iran in concert with its allies with regard to responding on the international stage, geopolitically, geostrategically, and with regard to international economics.
Let's not forget that Iran had warned that it could easily block the Strait of Hormuz, which is a vital oil trade route. That said, the Trump administration knows that cutting Iran off from global energy markets could lead to consequences other than global oil prices going up.